Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Tuck Notes Beginner Stock Talk. We're going to be talking about tonight, we're going to be talking about the overall stock market and Tesla stock. We just got some breaking news about Tesla and a stock split. So we're going to get into that. We'll talk about it. We're looking at exactly why the global stock market has been going down. We had inflation data that came out today, much higher than it was expected. It was 8.2 was the percent that was expected, and it went to 8.6. So that's not good. So we'll go into detail all about that. So stay tuned. So right now, Tesla closed at $696.69. It's down 3.1%, and then it went up 1% in the after hours. The overall stock market basically sold off. Google, Apple, Microsoft, big tech companies all went down. It wasn't just Tesla. So regarding with Tesla news specifically, Tesla just filed for a 3-to-1 stock split. Tesla just filed their annual proxy statement with the SEC revealing plans of the 3-to-1 stock split. I don't know what I just said about the annual proxy thing, but in layman terms, we're going to get more information about this 3-to-1 stock split. And so board member Larry does not stand for a 3-to-1 stock split, so he just got booted off the board. I guess that's something that Elon wants people to know. Okay. Sorry, Larry. But we have a massive update for this stock split, and people were speculating, like me, 20-to-1, like Amazon, or even 40-to-1. Like those were like the things that made sense. But obviously, Elon has another plan for us, and so we'll be definitely getting updates about that coming up. And that 1% we saw in the after hours, that was because of the release of the stock split, and it went up. So right now we're looking at, for price point levels, we're looking at $700 as the base price point for Tesla. We've moved below it, we've moved above it, we've went to 750, we've went to 620. So it broke down below today, but then it came up. But because of the overall sentiment of the stock market, that's why everything went down. It's just like gravity just pulls you down. And so the stock market is still shaky. And we are going to be seeing interest rate hikes coming up pretty soon, and expecting a 50 basis point. I don't know what that means, but if you do, maybe you can send a comment explaining to us what it means. The Fed could not be, the Fed could, they're going to be a little more aggressive this time than they were the last time. So expect your Apple to be more than it was last time at Whole Foods or wherever you go shopping. Right now, we're sitting at 8.6% all-time high interest rate high. All-time high. And that's not good for the stock market. So if we keep getting individual catalysts for Tesla specifically, that could help Tesla outperform the overall stock market. I'll say that sentence one more time. If we keep getting individual catalysts for Tesla, that could be helping Tesla outperform when the overall stock market goes down. So we're going to watch a video right now, and it's going to talk about the inflation data, and then we're going to come back and go over exactly what to expect for tomorrow. So let's check out what these people have to say.
That's the biggest thing we're watching, of course, this morning. The consumer price index coming in at 8.6% in May. That's a new 4-decade high. No peak in inflation is in sight. So let's take a look at futures here this morning following that data. And by the way, the core number was also higher than estimated. We are seeing futures taking a leg lower after the plunge that we saw in stocks yesterday in anticipation of this report. It wasn't a sell the rumor, buy the news kind of situation here this morning. The selling is still happening. And look at what's going on in the Treasury market as well, because there, of course, we are seeing a fairly dramatic reaction here. Although actually, look at that. We're seeing maybe a little bit of a backup in yields now. We're going to parse through all of this. For that, let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Brian Chung and Inez Ferre. They're going to help us dive into this report further. Brian, let's start with you and sort of the big picture of what we are hearing on inflation.
Yeah, so we need to take a step back and just kind of take a look at the data that we got this morning from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Again, on a headline basis, we saw prices increase between April and May in this country, up by about 1%. Actually, that was about kind of what we were expecting to see on a month-over-month basis. When we take a look, though, at a year-over-year basis, you can see 8.6% was the year-over-year change, hotter than the estimates of 8.3%. Now, what's interesting is when you take out those more kind of volatile pricing components like food and also energy, we actually saw the number come in at 6% on a year-over-year basis, still relatively elevated across the board. Unpacking the components of this report, you can see that a big driver of what we saw in the May inflation report is, of course, energy. We saw fuel oil increase by 17% on a month-over-month basis. Gasoline up 4%. Keep in mind, fuel oil, actually, the overall prices have doubled in the last 12 months. Of course, food in focus as well, up 1.2% month over month. Apparel, we've been watching the story on the clothing retailers. That was up by 0.7%. And then, of course, we saw a lot of drivers in this inflation report from the reopening types of activities. When you take a look, hotels and motels up 1%, but airline fares up 12.6%. That's continuing another month of double-digit gains that we've seen in previous reports. And also pay attention to owner's equivalent rent. This is a measure of levels. Obviously, this shows that inflation has not peaked yet, although I want to point out, not necessarily all categories going up. Smartphones down 5%, televisions down 3%, and for some reason, clocks down 3.7%. So
are people still buying a lot of clocks?
collectors,
But the
time
egg
doesn't exist
But the
anymore,
egg
so
index
no one
up
keeps track.
5%.
Yeah.
So let me bring it back to the egg index. Egg index up 5% in the month. Look, Brian, what does this mean for Fed policy?
Not much. They're still going to raise rates, and the game plan is probably still for another 50 basis points next week. I mean, it's been 6 weeks
What
already.
about September, though?
I mean, September is definitely in Pandora's box because we know that the Fed policy has only been, June and July will get 50 basis points each likely. Of course, we'll have to listen in for Fed Chairman Jay Powell's press conference next week. But we have to remember what Jay Powell has told us was that this is not a time for particularly nuanced readings of inflation because, look, if it came in at 8.6% on a year-over-year basis or 8.3%, or 8%. That's still high.
As you can see.
So basically, that's the nutshell of I couldn't have explained it better than them, but that kind of gives you an idea what's going on with the stock market and in the world. Let me put my phone over here again. Sorry. So tomorrow, it's not tomorrow. So for Monday, this is potentially what could happen. We could see a gap up from 700, rally up to 750, and then sell off fast and go back all the way down. And so that's the predicted move for Monday. So if you got your day trades, you could use it if you bought Tesla today. When is the split going to happen and all that? We don't know. This was just an announcement. So, things can change. So let's just keep our spirits high in this time. We could see a bounce happen. So you never know what could happen. So if this video was helpful and you liked it, go ahead and push the like button. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it, and Tuck Notes would appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.